Hello beautiful people, how are you doing? You guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing okay. So in this video, you guys, is an unpopular opinion, okay? So you guys, I'm making this video because I'm trying to address something here. All right, so I made a TikTok video. That video, like, it's like went viral because it has like more than 100,000 views on TikTok now. And that video was about how you can come to the UK, okay? As there are so many companies recruiting and giving sponsorship here in the UK, and some persons didn't take that so well, okay? They came under the comment and were like, why should I encourage people to come to the UK to come and do slavery work? You know, there were so many unpopular comments there. Like, I was like, hey, Chineke. Anyway, so I went to all those people that dropped those kind of comments. I went to their profile, and guess what? They are living in the United Kingdom. I was like, all right, okay. The reason I'm making this video is to address some of this kind of unconventional stories, like flying up and down about the United Kingdom. So in that video, after I made that video, I noticed that a lot of people have hatred living in the UK. Like, a lot of people don't like it living in the UK. Large number of people who live here in the UK do not like it at all. And my question is, why are you still here? Why are you still here? Okay, let's start with the first comment. The first comment, I think I will be screenshotting it and putting it here so that you guys will see. So the first comment was like, are you trying to encourage people to come to the UK to come and work like slaves? Like, I was like, yo, bro, work like slave? Like how? Like how? Just like in every other country, even in my country, Nigeria, people work for 40 hours is the basic. Like, that is the number of hours you need to work in a week, okay? But here in the UK, most organizations here, you are asked to work 37.5 hours. Some of them will say 49 hours, which is approximately the same thing with 40 hours that we do in Nigeria. So, and I was like, you work in Nigeria, you work 8 to 8 in Nigeria. You did not complain, Shibi. Now you are here, depending on the kind of job you are doing, you have the flexibility of deciding the days you want to work, all right? Now, talking about people work like slaves here in the UK and you get nothing. You work like slave because you want to work extra hours, okay? You work like slave here because that is what you want. A lot of people choose to work extra hours. Like, a lot of people choose to work extra time because they want to earn more, right? Not as if they are forced to do so. So why would you make this kind of comment? These are the kind of comment like discourages people. Like, after seeing these things, hearing people say this kind of stuff, rubbish about the UK, and they'll be like, UK is not for me. Yeah, working weekends doesn't mean that is a must. Yeah, in some places you have a rota, okay? In some places you have a rota whereby your work, especially people in the healthcare, whereby your shift, the rota places you to work on weekends or at nights and, you know, at bank holidays, which you will get extra pay for doing that work. All right, here when you work all times, like at night, bank holidays, weekends, you get extra pay. But in my country, nobody pays you extra for working at night or for working in the weekends or for working on holidays. Nobody pays you extra, but you are paid extra. And again, most people decide to pick bank shifts. Most people decide to work weekend. Some people actually want to be stationed at night because that is what they like. They like doing night shift. So it was like, why make that comment? People work like slave. Honestly, if you're watching this video and you have this mentality that UK is not for you because they stress people, you work so much, and it's not true. It's not true. If you want to work extra hours, it's entirely your decision, okay? Like I said before, depending on the organization, if you are working in the bank, if you're working in a construction company, most people that do this overnight pay, weekends pay, are people who work, mostly people who work in the health care sector, in the health and social care sector, okay? And people who work, probably who work in the warehouse, people who work in factories and all of those. Do you get? Those are the kind of people that work extra hours, and a lot of them choose to work these extra hours. All right, I even asked the guy, don't even come under my video to discourage people, okay? So now the other person came and jumped on that comment. Why would they come and work for £9.50 per hour? Hey, I said, hey, should be people they work for 9.50 hours and they're still making an honest living here? Like, I don't understand why people will choose to discourage others when you are living here in the UK and you don't want others to come and experience life in the UK. Like, is that not wickedness? Is that not village people attitude? Is that not witchcraft? You live in the UK, you are working. Let's say you are working 950 per hour, and you don't want other people to come. And for what? And he said, because of bills, you have to pay a lot of bills. Before he even said, I will screenshot that comment. He said 950 per hour bills. This one equal to debt. Like a. So because you are earning 950 per hours, you work 12 hours or 10 hours in a day, and you will not come. You can't afford to feed yourself. You can't afford to pay your rent. Honestly, you guys, people don't just wake up one day and move abroad. Okay, before you move abroad, there will be series of planning. There will be financial planning. There will be physical planning. There will be emotional planning. Okay, people should like cut their code according to their size. Just like this person that dropped this comment, 9.50 pounds per hour equals to that. Will be any 9.50 pounds per hour, and you will not go and be wearing Versace. You will not go and be wearing Dior. You can't be earning this kind of money, 9.50 per hour, and you will not go and live in an apartment that where the rent is 1,200 per month. You cut your code according to your size. Not be so. And people are even earning this money and still earning and making an honest living, paying their bills and taking care of their family. So what? That you live in a developed country where you have access to credit card, that you can buy anything that you want with your credit card. At the end of the month, you pay for the things you have. Remember, this is how much you earn. I think your expenses shouldn't exceed what you earn. Okay? Now, let's talk about apartments. They also mentioned in that comment that you encourage them to come to the UK so that they will be living in a shared apartment. For crying out loud. You do what works for you. A lot of people are living in a shared apartment because they feel much comfortable living in a shared apartment. A lot of people live in a shared apartment because they feel that that is exactly what they need at that particular point in time. A lot of people live in shared apartment because that is what they can afford. That some persons live in shared apartment doesn't mean that every immigrant here in the UK live in shared apartment. By the way, living in a shared, what is wrong with living in a shared apartment? Let's take for instance, you came here to study, you didn't come with your family, or you got a job offer, you didn't come with your family. What will you do? Is it not to go and live in a shared apartment where you'll be paying small bills? So these are the kind of comments like discourages people from moving to the UK. Like I've seen a lot of video on TikTok, even on Facebook, where people are like, UK is too rigid, or UK is not for me. Yes, I agree. The policy here or the tax here is somehow rigid. Yes, I agree. But all those things are put in place for a reason. Okay, now let's talk about the price. They said in UK you pay a lot of price. You be earning 1 naira. At the end of the day, you spend all your 1 naira because you use it and pay tax, you use it and pay bills, you use it and do this and this. In Nigeria, we pay bills. We pay NEPA bills. In some part of Nigeria, people buy water. Particularly people in Aba, they buy water. Even when you have your money, you go and buy water. They tell you there's no water because there's no fuel to pump. You even have your money at hand, like you have your cash to buy fuel. Now you will not see fuel because what? There's scarcity of fuel. So why won't I be grateful? I do one like this. My highlight turns on like 247 lights. Like, is it better you pay for these bills after paying your bills? Even when you have your money, you won't still have access to some things, some basic amenities. Or you prefer to live in a place where you pay your bills and you see the benefit of the bills you've paid. You pay your bills and everything gets sorted out. Which one will you choose? For me, I prefer to stay here, pay my bills, and get the benefit of the bills that I've paid. I don't know for you people. If you're watching this video and you have this mentality that when you get UK is not for me because there are so many bills to pay, please remove that mentality from your head. Because anywhere you go still pay bills. America, they pay bills. Canada, they pay bills. Australia, they pay bills. Sweden, they pay bills. Where they even pay bills. Even in Sweden, people are complaining tax in UK is high. Tax in UK is high. Sweden pays 51%. In UK, yeah, you pay 20%, 40%, depending on how much you earn. But in Sweden, 51%, that's what you pay as tax. Okay, so why would people hate UK so much? I do not understand. Is it the healthcare? Is it the free education? Which one? And some of them will be like, UK, I regret coming to the UK because UK has made me depressed. There's no friendship, nobody to talk to, nobody to this. Hello, this is not your country. This is not your country, okay? You do not know anybody before you moved here. So obviously you will feel lonely, okay? You will feel lonely because your parents are not here, your family are not here, your friends are not here. So at some point you will feel lonely, but trust me, you'll be fine. That is why most people, when coming, they come with their family because their family will be like some sort of, you have people to talk to. Because there are some people who are actually here alone. Like from day to day, the only time they talk to people is when they go to work. Okay? And you guys, if you are feeling lonely, try to join groups. There are lots of groups to join. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook. There are lots of groups to join where you can see people from Nigeria, where you can see people from Ghana. You mingle. Now let me just say, guys, we have this WhatsApp group, okay? Okay? It's for people that are in Birmingham, especially immigrants, even few Oyibo did the group, okay? But now nobody talks in the group. So maybe they are the ones that be complaining. They need friendship, they need people to talk to, they need to hang out, but nobody talks. When something comes up, even they ask them to introduce themselves, like it's just few persons introduce themselves. So how are they going to blend in when you are not even allowing yourself to blend in? How are they even going to make friends when they are not even allowing themselves to blend in? You still they complain you are lonely. Now you still they complain you are depressed. You even carry your hand, join WhatsApp group to mingle, to connect with people, yet you won't stay talk. Doesn't make sense. If UK is that bad, if living in UK is that bad, why not move? Why not move back to your country? That's what I told them in the comment section. If you don't like it here, if you feel like you are overworking yourself here, feel like you are paying so much bills, then why not go back to your country? Why not go back? So this is just the 2 cents I want to impute in this video, okay? If you're planning to move abroad and the UK is one of the countries you are considering, but you don't know if you want to come because you have so many negative things about the UK, anywhere where you go still pay up for all these things. You go for America, you pay bills, you pay tax, you even pay for your rent. Abi you go sleep outside. You go for Canada, the same thing. Even in Nigeria, you pay for house rent. That's if you're not living in your house. You pay for house rent. You still buy fuel. You still, you still pay for all these things. Isn't it better you pay it and you're even more stable here? Even after you've paid for all these things, you won't still get the basic amenities. Sometimes, like currently in Nigeria, there's fuel scarcity, and even with your money, people have their money for hand, but they cannot buy fuel. Me, I would prefer to pay my bills and have my light. I prefer to pay my bills and have steady internet. I prefer to pay my tax and get the benefits of the tax. In Nigeria, people who work, like let's take for instance, the government workers, okay? After working, let me even not talk about the gratuity, something that is as important as pension. This is your own money that they've been like taking part of it at the end of every month to save for you so that when you finish your service, you will have access to it to take care of yourself. In my country, pension, they know they pay. Pension, you won't even see. Even though that's your money, you won't even see it. But here, the tax where they pay, the pension, everything, as they come out for service, you are getting all those things sorted out. Nobody can owe you. Like in my country, government owes the workers. In a state that I know of, the government is still owing their workers almost 3 years. The government has made it that even with your minimum wage, you can still make a living. You can still survive, even if you are paid minimum wage. You will work, your partner will work, or your spouse will work. Both of you can still be able to afford your life here. So it's important that you plan your life here. If you're planning to come to the UK, plan your life, cut your code according to your size. And most importantly, if you are planning to come here, make sure that you've researched the city that you're going to live in. Know the cost of living, okay? I think I've spoken too much. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody make decision for you. Don't let anybody discourage you that abroad life is not good. Yes, life is not easy anywhere. There's no place that is easy. Nigeria, life is not easy. US, life is not easy. Not as if you will come here and you can't pluck money from a tree or something. You work for your money, okay? If you have that mentality that when you move abroad, you will not be rich, like, it doesn't work like that. You work for your money, okay? So life isn't easy anywhere, whether you're in your country or even here, it's not easy. You work to earn a living. You don't just stay balanced in your house and money will be flying up and down, okay? So if you have that mentality, please, and if you're planning to come to the UK, please come. Life is so much easier here, okay? Any work where you do, you can be able to pay your bills. You can be able to feed yourself as long as you got your quota according to your size. Trust me, because the government has put in place the minimum wage. That whatever job you do, even if you are paid the least, which is the minimum wage, you can still afford to pay your bills, okay? So if you're planning to move to the UK, please come. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let all these things that you used to hear on social media deceive you, okay? All right? Anyway, you guys, this will be the end of this video. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, okay? If you have anything to say that is contrary to what I've said here, please let us know in the comment section so that we dialogue it out, okay? So that we dialogue it out, all right? So until then, see you guys in my next one.